Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we'll be highlighting American celebrities who have passed away today and in the past few days, along with other notable figures from around the world. Before we proceed, we kindly ask you to show your love and support by giving this video a like. It truly means a lot to us. Thank you. And now, let's begin.
An empire. This Park Avenue address, 200 feet below.
Valerie Perrine, the luminous star of Superman and the Oscar-nominated heart of Lenny, has sadly passed away at the age of 82. Her close friend confirmed the heartbreaking news, sharing that Valerie died peacefully at home on March 23, 2026, surrounded by the love she had cultivated throughout her magnificent life. For over 15 years, she waged a quiet, courageous battle against Parkinson's disease, facing every challenge with a grace that inspired everyone who knew her. Valerie's journey was nothing short of cinematic. From running away to become a Vegas showgirl to winning Best Actress at Cannes in 1974, she took Hollywood by storm with her raw vulnerability. She became an icon for a generation as the sensuous yet innocent Eve Teschmacher in 1978's Superman. But beyond the glitz, Valerie was a survivor. In 1969, and she narrowly escaped the tragic Manson family murders, a chilling moment that shaped her deep appreciation for life. Even as her health declined after her 2015 diagnosis, Valerie never lost her vivacious spirit. Her life was celebrated in the 2022 documentary Valerie, a moving tribute to a woman who lived with intensity and joy. To her fans, she was a screen goddess. To her family, she was a true inspiration. Valerie Perrine proved that true beauty lies in resilience. Rest in peace, Valerie. The world feels less beautiful without your light.
All that anguish for nothing. The thing is, worry doesn't solve the problem.
Chuck Norris, the legendary martial arts master and iconic protector of Walker, Texas Ranger, has sadly passed away at 86. He wasn't just a screen hero. He was the very soul of American grit. A man who lived by a code of honor we all respected. His family confirmed the heartbreaking news, stating that Chuck died suddenly on Thursday morning in Hawaii, following a brief hospital stay. In a deeply moving statement, they shared that he passed away in peace, surrounded by his loved ones, marking the end of a journey guided by unwavering faith and purpose. Born Carlos Ray Norris in 1940, his life was the ultimate testament to the American dream. After serving in the Air Force in 1958, he rose to become a six-time world karate champion in 1968. And we will forever cherish his 1972 cinematic battle with Bruce Lee, a masterpiece of skill and respect. From the grit of Missing in Action in 1984 to his 9-year reign as Cordell Walker starting in 1993, Chuck proved he was the real deal, a hero who only used his strength when it was right. Yet his legendary strength was forged in fire. Raised in bitter poverty by an alcoholic father, Chuck had to fight for every inch of his success. The tragic loss of his brother, Wieland, in Vietnam, left a scar on his heart, a pain he channeled into his films to honor every fallen soldier. Even when the world changed, he reinvented himself, embracing the legendary Chuck Norris facts that turned him into an immortal symbol of resilience for a new generation. Today, we say goodbye to a man of profound discipline and kindness. His family's final tribute reminds us why we loved him. To him, you were not just fans, you were his friends. Chuck Norris leaves behind a legacy of steel and a reminder that true honor never fades. Rest in peace, Ranger.
I don't think I'll ever tell anybody.
Really?
Clint Eastwood. A journey through Hollywood legacy, unforgivable feuds, and silent resilience. Where is he now? You thought Hollywood's ultimate alpha was untouchable, but you were wrong. At 95, the stoic mask of Clint Eastwood has finally shattered, revealing a heartbreaking reality darker than any movie he's ever directed. Do you remember the absolute thrill of watching Dirty Harry redefine what it meant to be an American tough guy? Yet behind that lifetime of cinematic glory, this aging legend is now fighting a devastating, deeply personal health battle in the shadows, proving that even the most iron-willed cowboys aren't immune to time. Before we uncover the tragic truth of his final standoff, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. What's the one Clint Eastwood movie you still stop to watch every single time it's on TV? And drop the title in the comments below, and let's share some good memories before we get into the heavy stuff. Before the Oscars and the millions, Clint Eastwood wasn't a Hollywood golden boy. He was a survivor. Born in 1930, right into the teeth of the Great Depression, his childhood wasn't about acting classes or red carpets. It was about survival. His father constantly lost jobs, forcing the family to move all over California. Young Clint was always the lonely new kid in town, but he didn't cry about it. He went to work. Picture this: a tall, quiet teenager tossing newspapers at dawn, then sweating as a lumberjack and a wildland firefighter just to help put food on the table. That's where the Eastwood Code was forged. Nobody gives you nothing. You earn it. It was the true old-school American way. But how did a quiet laborer become the undisputed face of a generation? It didn't happen by making excuses. It happened through pure, an unfiltered grit. You remember him putting on that cowboy hat and rawhide. Then he became the man with no name, in the good, the bad, and the ugly. He didn't need 100 takes or a fragile ego like today's actors. A squint, a chewed-up cigar, and a fast draw. That was enough. He was the ultimate alpha. Then came 1971. Dirty Harry. When he looked down the barrel of that .44 Magnum and growled, "Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?" The entire country held its breath. He gave America the tough, no-nonsense justice it was starving for. He did it in one take. He built an untouchable empire on silence, discipline, and absolute strength, eventually conquering the Academy with masterpieces like Unforgiven and $1 Million Baby. He was the titan of old Hollywood. But when the stage lights went out and the cheering stopped, a few knew a massive storm was quietly gathering to break the man behind the myth. For decades, Clint projected pure, unbreakable steel. But behind closed doors, it was a very different story. He was fighting a silent battle, not with outlaws, but with his own mind. The pressure of being an American icon took a heavy, hidden toll. To stop himself from completely unraveling, he turned to transcendental meditation. Every single morning, long before the sun came up, the toughest guy in Hollywood sat in absolute stillness. For over 40 years, it was his only shield against the crushing weight of anxiety. But how do you meditate through true heartbreak? Nothing could prepare him for the devastating summer of 2024. There is a cruel, unforgiving curse to living a long life. You have to watch the people you love leave you behind. In July, Clint's world completely collapsed. His partner of over a decade, Christina Sandera, had suddenly passed away at just 61. The heartbreaking diagnosis was sudden cardiac arrhythmia and severe coronary artery disease. This wasn't a movie set. There was no director to yell, "Cut." It was a raw, devastating reality. The grief hit the aging legend like a freight train. The titan, who always stood so incredibly tall, suddenly began to stoop. Insiders shared a reality that truly hurts to hear. Clint became frail, gaunt. Every single step looked painful and heavy. Picture him in the sprawling empty rooms of his Carmel estate. Just an old man sitting alone in his favorite armchair, staring out at the cold California ocean for hours. The silence in the house was deafening. He stopped calling friends. He stopped going out. For the very first time in almost a century, Clint Eastwood looked like a man who was ready to surrender, and he was staring into the absolute darkest abyss of his life. The industry whispered that the legend was finally broken. They thought the man with no name was quietly fading away into the shadows forever. But they forgot one crucial detail. You don't survive a freezing ocean plane crash in 1951, and you don't conquer Hollywood by staying down. Beneath the overwhelming grief, a very old, very familiar fire was starting to burn again. That fire wasn't fueled by anger this time. It was fueled by survival. For a true fighter, there is only one cure for unimaginable pain. You get back to work. But how do you lead a film crew when your hands are shaking from heartbreak? Insiders shared a quiet, everyday detail that tells you everything you need to know. In late 2024, clutching his cherished, worn-out Malpaso coffee mug, a 94-year-old Clint Eastwood stepped back onto the movie set. He didn't ask for a chair. He demanded purpose. With every ounce of his dwindling physical energy, he directed juror number 2. His body was a gaunt shadow of Dirty Harry, but behind the camera, his creative vision was razor sharp. It was a stunning testament to his resilience and unyielding spirit. Yet, modern Hollywood has an incredibly short memory, don't they? And in a move that outraged lifelong fans, Warner Brothers practically buried the film. They rushed it to streaming, shoving the aging legend aside for more hollow CGI spectacles. The media quickly whispered that this was it. They called it a tragic, forgotten swan song. They couldn't have been more wrong. By 2026, pushing 96 years old, Clint launched a quiet, historic comeback. Supported by his devoted children, Scott and Francesca, and his fiercely loyal crew, he didn't waste time complaining to the press. Instead, he started pre-production on yet another brand new film. This isn't a perfect, miraculous Hollywood ending. He still struggles to walk, and that devastating grief never truly leaves his eyes. But he absolutely refuses to let studio executives or the ticking clock dictate his final act. In Clint's code, you don't stop because it hurts. You keep shooting until you call cut. When the cameras finally stop rolling for the day, the 96-year-old legend finds his peace far away from the Hollywood noise. He lives quietly at his coastal sanctuary in Carmel by the sea. The flashing lights are gone. He doesn't care about the red carpets, and he certainly doesn't care about his $400 million empire. Today, his real wealth is found in the quiet moments. He is surrounded by his deeply loving children, his grandchildren, and the loyal friends who never left his side. Watching the California waves, he still meditates every single morning. He still lives by his famous rule, don't let the old man in. But there is another, deeper philosophy that guided his entire 96 years on Earth. He once said, "Respect your efforts, respect yourself. Self-respect leads to self-discipline. When you have both, that's real power." That is the exact power he gave to us. Time, heartbreak, and loss may have weathered his physical body. His steps are a little slower now, but they can never, ever touch his spirit. His legacy is etched in absolute stone. From the dusty trails of the Wild West to the gritty streets of San Francisco, Clint Eastwood showed an entire generation what true American grit looks like. Now, we want to hear from you. What is your all-time favorite Clint Eastwood movie or memory? Did a specific quote or character leave a lasting mark on your life? Share your stories in the comments below, and let's honor a living American icon together.